Hey everybody, Omega Alden plays Civilization 6 Gathering Storm continues with our Sondok of Korea game where we're waiting out our what do you call it? Exoplanet expedition. We're 5 of 50 light years in. We're building more things to make that progress more quickly, but in the time being, we're gonna punish some of these AI for trying to contend with us throughout this game in some manner or another. I don't know if the Mapuche ever really did anything to us, by the way, along most of the travels. Did they? Did they? I don't think they ever really did. This is coming out of nowhere for them. But it's still happening. It's not stopping. They're in for hard times. And I mean, that's all I can really say about that. It's unfortunate for them, but it is what it is. Someone mentioned that I should have left this city for just being attacked by Australia and maybe taken by them. I do agree. I think I probably should have done that since Jerusalem and Yerevan are here. This one's going to be a little harder to hold. Plus, it's not super worthwhile anyway. And it'd just be kind of a more clear separation between us and Australia if we were to have left it. Mistakes were made, and we've already captured it, so it is what it is. Unfortunately, we've already done it. Can't turn back the hands of time on that, but if it was to fall to loyalty concerns, I would not fret. I would be just fine with something like that occurring. So, whatever happens over here, let it ride. Let it ride. Everything will be cool. So, I guess, we're just going to leave these guys in this region right now as we continue to bomb things from a distance. And that shall be that. We're in Golden Age territory, I see at the bottom. I don't know how many turns we have in this era. It says 11 to 31. Okay. But we've already hit our Golden Age threshold. So, one milestone down. You, sir, you're just going to go report to... we're going to have you report to the capital to use your charges. One Lagrange laser station is about to be completed. We do have this one down here. I guess we could have, one of this builder maybe use a charge here. This one's not as high priority. Just because I think obviously it takes longer to build everything over there. I don't know why I queued up a research lab, to be honest with you. We don't need it. But we're gonna have it anyway for unknown reasons. My cop, hello. You shall gather us nuclear power. So we're gonna be using some of our nuclear power or some of our uranium for nuclear power, some of our uranium, 6 of our uranium for giant death robots. Where's our boy at? My actual robot son. He's gonna come over here and deal with this this city that's being guarded by anti-air ships. Anti-air ships. It's like a Final Fantasy thing. An anti-air ship, I think, in Final Fantasy would just be like your standard Bahamut. Maybe a Bahamut Zero. That's what I would classify as anti-air. Anti-air ship, specifically. What else is happening? Today, we met up, some my coworkers, a few of my coworkers and myself. We met up with a friend, a former coworker who is now living out in Japan. He came here to, I want gold. I saw that Nazca trade route and it looked especially juicy. Look at that, 1 food, 4 production, 21 gold, 8 culture, and a faith. That's a pretty good trade round, I gotta say.
No one would have believed in the last.
But yeah, so we met up with him today. That was nice seeing him. It's been 3 or 4 years, I think, since he moved out to Japan, and he had no major reason to come back and visit. The reason for visiting in this case was that so here in Texas and in many other places, but you have to keep your license up to date, you have to go and get it renewed every like 5 years or something like that. I don't remember the actual timeline. But the thing in Texas is, and I don't know if this is the same in, there's our Lagrange laser station. But so like one time, like the first 5 years, you can renew online, and then the next time you have to go do it in person, get a new picture and whatnot. And he's on that do it in person thing, and he doesn't really know what his overall thing is, whether he's going to be in Japan for a long time or whether he's going to be coming back to the States. So it made sense to, make a trip to at least keep that thing in good standing. So that's why he's here. I don't really care what the reason is. It's just good to see an old friend, You know how it is. It was nice to reminisce with some friends. So that happened today. I hope you all are having a good time out there. Hope you're keeping everything. I don't know, just keeping on. Keep on keeping on. That's what I hope you're doing right now. In whatever sort of manner makes the most sense for you as an individual. That's what I'm hoping is happening for you. It looks like we probably cannot take this turn. Let's see. Yeah, you can't bomb that far, which is okay. We should actually move you forward, maybe. Now you can see in here, and then you're gonna need to move as well, I imagine. But you just got a range bonus, so perhaps not. Perhaps you'll be able to do all your good work from where you are, sir. Thank you guys for suggestions all the time on things as well. I'm thinking about what's coming up, because obviously this one it's starting to wrap up. We're in the last few set of turns. I don't know exactly how many turns. Ooh, 10 turns until the era transitions. So there is that. And here's our other giant death robot. He's here. He's here to join us. Alright, I want you to get a stadium. What is our builder status in this region? HG Wills.
Very simple was my explanation.
Drop the time machine down real quick. So, you're still making Lagrange laser stations. That really didn't help us out in any notable fashion. It might just help us more to do this one, since this is only 3 turns. An extra boost from a builder does not seem to be that worthwhile. So this one may get more impact out of it. I don't know, I think we're still going to send one each turn at this. But that was kind of depressing, to be honest with you. It was definitely, one could consider it underwhelming. There's no doubt in my mind that that's a valid description. Underwhelming is probably the perfect way to describe it. Hello, my archaeologist friend. We don't need the era score from going out and getting a shipwreck, but we might as well. 4 era score. We're already good to go on era score, so that's just a waste. But we're not gonna run into another era after this. So, can you really consider it a waste? I don't think you can. Let's make sure that Australia's above board over here. Australia, we're gonna come over here and at least... We're not gonna spy on you, because that's not what we do. You're a friend, you're our ally. We're just gonna... We're gonna make sure that we have open comms with you. That's what I want to do. Why do I want to do that? Because, you know what? I've been counter-spying with the rest of them. I feel like we need a little diplomacy. France is not here to yell at me and tell me that that my spying's not good enough. That the art of subterfuge missed this generation of Koreans. They're not here to cast that shade upon me. So I have to cast it upon myself. Which is what I'm here to do. Alright, sir. Oh, you can't make it just yet. We'll still stay here to make sure you're safe and secure. I do know how to say the word secure, by the way. But it's more fun to say secure. For some reason, for me. I'm abandoning this. I've abandoned my child. They have 9 turns to go. If this falls to the free cities, so be it. That gives Australia a little something for being involved in this battle. That's what you get for playing your rock and roll music too loud, sir. Your drum set breaks or whatever, and your members get mad, and then you guys break up. It's known to happen. And it just happened to you, and you deserved it. Increased trade capacity, trade route, plus. Okay, this man is here to ruin. He's here to ruin this city. This man is also here to ruin the same city. And they've done it. Now, once they've done that, what happens? Helicopters fly in. The city is captured. Taken into the glorious Korean Empire. If you thought anything else, you were a madman. I want my machine gun army to participate in this victory. What is it? You can't fire through this. This is wood's old growth. Here, you get up close and personal in this conflict. You put in some work, sir, so thank you. There's still one more city. I thought there was a brief moment in my thought process there. That was the last Mapuche city. It's obviously not the case. We see over here Nag Mapu hanging out. Let me just snag this boy. Hello, my friend. Thank you for Broadway. I will enjoy that. The people will enjoy it more than anything. And the people deserve to enjoy it. So you can repair the likes of these buildings, and also your city walls. That'll be good for the future for you guys. Rebellion in 6 turns over here. You know what? I love to see it. I could do something about it if I didn't desire it. But it's the will of the Korean nation that city be free. The good Korean people have deemed it the way to go, the way to be. So that is what is going to happen, hopefully. I mean, we are about to have a transition, an era score transition, so Nothing's as cut and dry as it seems, because we're about to go gold, and we don't know what Australia's about. They could be living that dark age and ruining their chance at having a free city join them that we've gift wrapped and handed over to them directly. I guess it's indirect. I can't say it's direct. I did say it was direct, but that's sort of lying. Either way, we're gift wrapping it for them. You can't see right now, but I'm shaking my head at how this whole thing works. Once these processes are fast enough, it has very little impact on the world at large. What's your fastest route here? They claim it's this way. And I'm choosing to believe the Sid Meier trademark pathing system, even though I know it has lied to me in the past. I'm choosing to believe that it's better than that. You people's... What? Great person recruited. What did you get, sir? What did you get? I didn't see a message. I didn't see anything from that, so right now I'm very confused. I don't know what we got from our goody hood. And I'm outraged. Not actually outraged. There's very little caring. But I am just surprised that I didn't see anything. I didn't see like a +1 population or... I wonder if it was supposed to be like a free Eureka or something like that, and it just did nothing because we've already picked everything in the game up. I do not know. And now I'm sitting here running the numbers trying to figure out what it could be. And I'm drawing a blank. Shh, shh. I say shh to you, Rock Band, and also to you, Harold. I shush you. Be quiet. Calm yourselves. Great person. Franz. We've picked up a musician. We might want to move this, let me look at my great works. We want to move this out of this city. Put it right here. And now we have a spot to drop our music in the capital, where it can be appreciated by the heart of the nation. And I feel like that, it gives it an edge of some sort. Have we built a nuclear weapon yet? Because that seems like it's very important. We are building some. We've got one in one turn. Harold, you fool. You never knew what was happening. You stood no chance. Also, why are you not building defenses? You look like a fool. You also look like a fool, sir. Get your walls situated. Can't believe you would go around with busted walls and pretend like everything's good to go. It's not good to go. If you leave it like that, you're gonna get nuked. By me. I can't let a city go that long without walls. It has to either be fixed or it has to be destroyed. There is no in between. We're trading. Dude, I like these trade routes. They're not the best trade routes we've ever seen in our lives, but they're pretty solid. Alright, the giant death robots, they've done their work in the region. Oh, I thought he was gonna claim it. Now they've done their work in this region. The Mapuche have been fully absorbed into the Korean Empire. Lautaro, he tried to say something as he was going. but it fell on deaf ears. And all right, now it's time to rebase our guys and prepare. How do we get them over here? I want them involved in this. Do I have to fly all the way east? Do I need to do? I think I need to do like a something like this. Get them flying east so that we can hit on the west coast of Norway. This little sea, I never noticed how small it ended up being. And he built the Panama Canal out here. You know what? At least that's kind of useful for you. It puts it into the North Sea. And then with my canal, it connects it out into the Gulf. And it does give you... If you had the access to my territory, it would give you, you know, a nice little route available. You definitely buy that flood barrier with faith. You buy that granary with faith. You don't deserve sewers. You work on your outer defenses after you get that monument situated. And now giant death robot. Excuse me, robot. We're gonna send... Do we just send everybody east? I don't know what the fastest way to get over here is. It takes some turns, it looks like, to go that direction. I don't want to go through my friend John Curtin because he will be displeased with me. We could go around this way. This is a much faster route, but you know what? This is a friendlier route. And here we're trying to maximize our friendship value. So, we're taking into account that he might be upset with us if we were to just ride or die through his territory. And so I'm sending everybody on a pathway this... I probably shouldn't send them all to exactly the same point because then it introduces the old... now where do I go syndrome that the AI is prone to adopting. Drone, you can go to this tile, that's for sure. Eisenhower, we're gonna transfer you up to here. We don't want them to be too knowledgeable of the advance. So you keep Eisenhower back a little bit there. They don't even notice that he's around. He's sneaky. Eisenhower is sneaky. Everyone knows this. Our laser station and Lagrange, terrestrial laser station and Lagrange laser station are both completing on the same turn next turn, which is incredible. Can you fly to the other side from this spot you're on? You can't do it, and you hate to see that. So you gotta make 2 trips. It's required by the law. Our railroad days may be over. I don't see a strong necessity to continue in that type of shenanigan. No one ever says shenanigan. It's always about shenanigans. Is there a solo shenanigan? Because I used it if it exists. I'm just not so sure it does exist. You gotta love the seastead, man. So good. Absolutely stunning. Let me grab these. We're getting all the shipwrecks. These guys are... They're equipped to handle the shipwrecks just like the guy that directed the Avatar movies. James Cameron, was that him? That was him, right? He was the one that was all about going down to the Titanic wreckage or whatever. He spent a whole bunch of his personal money doing such a thing. Every time I burn something on this one, I don't like it. This one hasn't disrespected me so I'm gonna definitely invest builders into it. We have a nuclear missile. A nuclear device. It might be attached to a bomb and not a missile. So there's a laser station. We've completed a water park, hitting even more air score. Dude, we're crushing this one. 22 points over the target. Completely wasted. But it's been done. Oh, and we're adding some Monets. Monet. Should we be investing in the world games? You are in first place. I'm gonna win the world games by default, because he's not gonna live to see the end of these. And for some reason, Australia chose not to participate in the world games. Korea is gonna win by default. Oh, we're about to get another nuke. You'll love to see it happen. Excuse me, sir. I need this man to be able to... Excuse me. It actually... What dictates this? How come that one guy gave it no progress and then this one gave it like a full turn's progress? Game, are you messing with me? I think you're messing with me. It's just... You give me a random amount of bonus turns, and I don't respect that. Just like I do not respect stone, I don't respect it when you give me a random amount from my builder charges. I'm coming at you with 5 builders, and sometimes you're just slapping me in the mouth and saying, no, this didn't improve the process whatsoever. And I hate it, gotta say. It's a terrible thing. You hate to see it. Oh, +6 industrial zone here. And it's just got a quarry? You know how we disrespect stone. What we truly respect is a +6 industrial zone. Oh, so much better. So much nicer. You see how the area just perked up when that went in and the stone went out? There's stone over here that needs to be removed. Oh, excuse me? Outer defenses? Come on now. Get your act together, man. People can see you, son. People can see you. And, yeah, it's not a good look, I gotta say. Alright, so we should be able to fly to about here. We don't necessarily need to rebase you any further once we get this thing started, but we've got the bombers in place. We could potentially start the war next turn, because the bombers can start putting in work. They're capable of it. Water lilies. Heck yes. Alright, more bombing. Bombing action. They're moving in. Everything looking lovely. What? I'm maintaining full loyalty over there? I hate that. You hate to see it happen. That's just awful news. Military engineer, your time here is done. What we're gonna have you do is... I so wish he could chop this stone. Remove the feature. What we're gonna have you do is put a little mountain tunnel down here for no reason. That's your lot in life, sir. You're done with everything else. We're gonna get this cotton. Alright, we'll get a little... A halberd from Tamiris. It's lovely. Excuse me, sir. Are you of any use to us? Now that we're attacking... You're not of any use to us. That's sort of... It's fair, I suppose. Actually, you could be of use. We could send a lone warrior monk to take Frosta. And by lone warrior monk, I mean obviously he's accompanied by... the battleship fleet. Armada? I always get those two mixed up. I don't remember which is the correct term. Alright, we need you to run... Continue running your routes. You're going over here. Don't you dare, Norway rock band. What is your rock band called, sir?
There is nothing like a dream.
How come you're into rock band does not have a name? I'm not allowed to do anything with a rock band until I give it a name, and yet you can have a basic rock band unnamed. This is why the AI cheats, because I can't do that. I'm not allowed to have an unnamed rock band, and yet here you are cheating. Sergey, let me go hook you up with our battleship fleet, sir. The AI is just full of cheaters. You hate to see it. Alright, let me go ahead and purchase another paralyzer, aka the builder. How many quotes that are just lodged in my memory are directly from Kung Pao Enter the Fist? And if you say that's a bad movie, I disagree. I think that's a great movie. It's obviously a very silly movie. If you haven't seen it, I find it hilarious. It's not for everybody. But it is one of the greatest pieces of media ever created. We are going to have a protectorate war. We are doing this to defend our city-state friend, which I believe is still just, is Babylon, right? You're still messing with Babylon? Yeah, see? Now has come the age of our units defending Babylon properly instead of just placing themselves nearby, stopping his shenanigans. We're gonna take these, we're taking these, and I really want the warrior monk to be the one to capture Frosta. These guys can probably better capture things, and by probably I mean definitely. They can definitely capture things better. But that warrior monk has done a lot for us. And you know what happens when you mess with us? Ooh, that was the stand down button. That's not what we wanted. What happens when you mess with us, and by mess with us, I mean mess with our city-state friends, you get yourself nuked, son. In your face. We still have another nuke. We still have another nuke. Do not stand down. This is This is not a drill, sir. This is a real threat. And you've proven yourselves worthy to be called jet bombers. So I appreciate that. Alright, so you can probably pick us up a... Give me one of these bad boys. No, you know what? The people love helicopters, the people get helicopters. Helicopters are joining us for this some more. Alright, you guys, you've bombed the visible cities, and therefore these jet bombers over here, they just get to take a little R&R. This is what happens when you mess with us, Harold. It might not happen immediately, because obviously you'd been messing with the kid for a little too long. But when you mess with the kid for long enough, you get hit with the nuke when daddy shows up. Or mommy in this case. Mommy Sondok. Sondok? What? I always forget, and then I start saying it, and I'm like, wait, what is, how do you pronounce this name? I'm going, Sondok. That's the way I've chosen to pronounce it, and I still don't know. No one corrected me, so I assume that it's close enough. Normally, people give me like a little phonetic lesson if it's ridiculously off and you can't tell that I'm just joking, like Hat USA. Although, to be honest with you, I always call it Hat USA. I'm not sure how that one would be pronounced otherwise. Hatusa? We know it as Hattie. Hattie Haddington, Hat USA. That's the preferred nomenclature. They're not around here, so it's not really relevant to the discussion. Well, I guess it's slightly relevant in that it hammers home the point that I don't always know how things are pronounced. But I don't think I'm unusual when it comes to that. If you know how all of these things are pronounced, more power to you, brother or sister. Hulk Hogan didn't run around saying sister all the time for some reason. Probably because he was mainly talking to giant men when he's cutting his promos. And that's why brother fit a little more. But what do I know? Giant Death Robot, you're marching in. We'll take this first since logistically and loyalty-wise it makes sense to go in there. We don't want you to stick around in this this nasty... Who would make such a mess out here? Contaminated for 10 turns. The pyramids are wrecked. Cristo Redentor is wrecked. Christ the Redeemer is ruined. What has Harold done to the community here? Harold, why did you do this? My traitor is taking he's taking nuclear damage. Did you see that? I didn't even think it was a possibility.
Still best to look.
Let me go back to that. Renew your mission, sir. He took nuclear damage. He's at half health. I didn't think that was possible. Can you hop over here? I wish you could walk in right after hopping over, but that looked cool, I gotta say. It did look cool. Alright, well, he'll be able to take it next turn. He's doing good things. We have another WMD. We need to see Oslo. We need Oslo involved. Can you get up to like Oslo? Here's the scary part though. If we do send you in, do we have our drone nearby? Where's our drone at? Where my drone at? what we can do is just a little map search, drone, click, search. He's all the way back here still. He's not going to be able to make it there anytime soon. A drone probably costs more than 1,200 gold to purchase as well, which you hate to see. Wait, you weren't my friend. Briefly. That scared me. You're back in our good graces, though, and that's great news. All right, you can take this, right? Oh, you can't. It's still the same turn in which you cannot take that. Cowardice. Here's an idea. Here's a thought. Dwight Eisenhower. What if you get us visions of Oslo? Visions of Oslo. It sounds like Visions of Oslo. You say it like that, it sounds like it might be a new fragrance by Calvin Klein or some other brand name. But Visions of Oslo. You know you'd buy it. I'm a marketing genius. Alright, we're gonna drop a little seastead over here. Favored type of improvement, obviously. Okay, you got this one. How about you, sir? Oh, you hate to see it happen. You definitely hate to see that one. Alright, let's move you closer. But we don't know how to handle this at the present moment. I just want to WMD strike Oslo, but I think we should take a look at wrapping this one up right now. Actually, I don't know how much time we have. We're taking 6 light years per turn, so this one, I think we just make this one a long one. And maybe that's a mistake, I don't know, but we're getting too close to the end, I feel like, to try to hammer in another one. So that's why we're gonna push forward right now and get things done. So let's make these turns go a little fast. I don't know if we're gonna do any skipperoonies, you know. I don't think we necessarily. Oh, you need your walls repaired, sir. But we will do some things maybe to just make people's turns get, you know, less involvement on a turn-by-turn basis. Building 23 turn things, dropping a spaceport for no reason, getting your lighthouse going, followed by another paralyzer spaceport. Starting the Sydney Opera House. Queuing these things up ASAP. Alright, so we're gonna have you come over here, Sergey. We're on Frosta. They're gonna be flipping to Australia in 2 turns. No, you hate to see that happen. We're not doing any real damage over here to all of a sudden. You can see that as plain as day. I would still want to drop a nuke. Alright, we're gaining... No, we're not gaining sources. We are... Why can't I just get extra visions of what you're doing, sir? I guess I will gain sources. I guess I might be at like the maximum level and I can't get any higher. But I was thinking that maybe I could act as extra diplomatic visions. Alright, can you just continue running to this, like, general area? Doesn't need to be perfect, just keep going. This episode, it's gonna be a little long. Who just died? You have lost a traitor due to radiation poisoning? That's a message I don't think I've ever seen. I think that might be a first. I've definitely lost things due to later radiation poisoning in the past, but I don't think I've ever lost a traitor to it. Because what kind of madman would nuke his own traitor? Turns out it's me. It was me all along, Austin. Alright, we can see Oslo. Dwight Eisenhower, are you resilient to nukes? We'll find out. No, do not stand down. Proceed. Dwight, I hope everything's fine, brother. Because if I kill the great general, that'd be a first. That would be a first indeed. He's dead! I killed Eisenhower. What have I done? I didn't even know that was possible. Oh my. This needs to be restored to freedom, by the way. We do not nuke a city-state. It has to be brought back. I'm not gonna have you stand in nuclear material. That would be childish. Are we done with our bombers this turn? You might have an action. You know what? Let's get involved. Get mad. I killed Eisenhower. I'm sorry, Eisenhower. Dwight, buddy. I didn't mean for you to perish. I thought you might have been invincible, to be honest with you. It turns out that's not the case. You learn something new. Every once in a while you learn something new. People say you should learn something new every day or whatever. I don't know who says that. It's people. They exist. But today I actually learned something new in this game, and that I can kill Dwight Eisenhower with a nuke. That's news to me. And I found it kind of hilarious, as I'm sure you could tell from my ruckus laughter. Alright, builder. Continue to make these projects go faster, sir. Oh, you should hook this up with a Nazca line, dude. You've had that Flatlands Desert for so long and you didn't Nazca line it? Is this a joke to you? Am I a joke to you? You think this is funny? We got a great scientist who provides us with absolutely zero benefit. It happens. Let's see. We're gonna start with you, but we will target this man at some point as well. I don't know. Let's get rid of him. Continue building nuclear devices. It's fun. We're having a grand old time. Thank you for doing absolutely nothing. I appreciate it. Alright, so you can finish this, hopefully. We're launching it. You're not one of our counter spies? What if you were to become a counter spy? Seems like a decent thing to do. I don't know. Get these things. Build a shipyard. You'll love it. Ferris wheel. Spaceport. Go crazy with it. We're gonna need spaceports to get everybody on the planet out of here after we've doomed it as a nuclear wasteland. Here, you can have a harbor. We were out of nukes. What are we gonna do, man? What can even be done? We restore them to glory. There you go. There's your glory. Oslo, welcome to the team, buddy. And then let me get some visions. We might be able to bomb this enough to get it taken down this turn, but it seems like a little pie in the sky type of dream. Yeah, we should just continue to take down the defenses. Oh, it's doomed next turn. Great job out here, gentlemen. Looking good, looking sharp. And we're gonna rebase you, but not to nuclear spots. Never mind, we're not rebasing you. There's no safe location for you to exist. We can, however, kill this man, and that's fine. How about you trade like so? I don't know how many turns we have to accomplish here. Might be quite a few. I promise nothing. Well, I promise that we will end this this game in this episode. It is long, but it would just be a weird split. Cause let's go take a look. Yeah, we've only got one more turn. So it's a little long, for sure, but not outrageously outrageously so. That's what I was trying to say. Let's get you back here. Defend yourself. Alden, you might just be a free city, and that's okay with me, to be honest with you. We don't need to keep doing this, but here we are. We're actually getting 6 charges from our boys now. We picked up. Oh yeah, we did pick up the pyramids. I remember. They were blasted to oblivion. I don't respect stone. Get rid of it. There's 2 sources of stone over here, and it angers me. But luckily that... Oh, he's not going to be made in time to remove this. There's actually 3 sources of stone in this region. That's a travesty. You hate to see it happen. Alright, you guys... You can't bomb them, so you just skip your turn. You can bomb them. And you can just walk right in. I guess we probably didn't need to bomb it to begin with, but you know, it is what it is. That healing was good for them for sure. They needed it. You need to get back into our territory and spend a little time resting up. Alright, we're here to say hello to another size 12 city. I don't know where you're going. Let's move you up to the Panama Canal. Is there anything to purchase? There's nothing for you to purchase with Faith. I'll get you the sewer just because. That's okay. I believe in you. I think that you'll make good use of that sewer. And this guy can't do anything over here. Kind of a joke. The giant death robot. Hey, let's get him to be involved in this situation. Because obviously this place is screwed. And this place will get... I mean, you can just imagine what's going to happen. Obviously, the game is about to end. Does it end as soon as we end this turn, or do we have to do another full turn after that? And can we remove this stone before we go? The answer might be no. But I'm hoping the answer is yes. Oh, he's arrived. He's a big boy. He's got his drone friend with him. Next turn. So is this a W for us? Or do we have to end another turn? Stop it. Stop it, rock bands. The atomic era ends in one turn. But will we see the transition? We won't. It's a victory.
Much as our ancestors did ages
We
ago,
hit the W.
we thrust forward into the unknown. The first pioneers
Tell me about
set
it, Sean.
forth on an uneasy course. And yet once again did our people thrive. Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course and make another world our own.
There you have it. Science victory for Korea. Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust forward into the unknown. The first pioneers set forth on an uneasy course, and yet once again, our people thrive. We have found ourselves among the ranks of Augustus Caesar. I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. 3180 is our ultimate score there. And, you know, we got these charts. Buildings constructed. It was, not a ton, but it was a reasonable amount. Cities captured. Obviously, that was pretty good. We kind of took off as things went. So, I'm going to click on some of these as we go and maybe point out other things. But thinking about the future for the next game, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm actually thinking about looking at some of the cities lost. Some of the modded civs. I don't guarantee that I'll play any of them, but I'm thinking about taking a look for the next one. I'm always opposed to playing mods in some of these things just because I'm scared of the stability. Districts constructed. We got quite a few. But I talked to one of the producers at Firaxis and asked him about it, and he was like, he said that they're pretty stable as long as patches aren't around. Once patches are in the mix, then, you know, things can be broken pretty easily. But he said that he recommended checking out the you know, the modding scene a little more. So maybe we'll get into that. If you have a favored civ from the mods, you know, maybe we'll check it out. Otherwise, all your ideas are welcome. I love seeing them. Great people learned. We got quite a few there. But yeah, I would say that it's on the table now, because I've been reassured. Number of combats, not an outrageous number, but actually, you know, pretty significant number of combats for us. Culture, we took off. Era score, looking good. Faith. Look at this. Who did we gain all our faith from? I guess it was Eleanor. We started getting a lot of faith from her. Gold. Dude, Cyrus. How did you get all this gold back here, brother? What were you doing? Science. Dude, no one could even keep any sort of science pace with it. Apparently there was a period where they were in the mix with us. They were cutting it up, but I don't remember that. That seems like a lie to me. I remember always devastating them in science. Player score. We broke away in the early 200s and then never looked back. Governor titles, total governor. So somebody also posted a challenge to maybe get like every governor title before the end of the game. Which I like the idea of getting it. I don't necessarily think that one's too challenging on its own. That's not to say it's a bad idea. I just, if you're heavily invested in culture, you can keep digging that thing that gives you a governor title over and over again, and it doesn't seem too bad. That's not to say I'm opposed to doing it or anything like that. I think I might just, if we were to do it, maybe try to tag it in with something else as just a, hey, let's also do this before the end of the game. Total religions founded. Yeah, brother. All the religions were founded. It happened. Units killed. We were at like 150. Units lost. We lost. That looks like we lost quite a few. And by quite a few, I mean 6-ish. It seems like a lot. One of those units was probably Dwight Eisenhower, who died to friendly nuke. War declarations received. Lautaro received the most. Wars declared. Also Lautaro. Wonders constructed. Mr. Johnny Curtin. He made more than a dozen. He made a baker's dozen, maybe. He did a great job out there. John, you were a good ally. Thank you for participating in this game with me, my friend. It's always good working with you. And thank you all for joining me as well. We'll get something started soon. And like I said, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't have grand ideas, but I'm going to check out the workshop definitely. That doesn't mean we're going to play one of them immediately, but I'm going to start absorbing what's out there into the old cerebral cortex. And we'll see in the future. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Like the video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.